I've been searching for you. Can you hear my voice calling from the streets? Deep calls unto deep. The purpose of your heart is deep waters, but a wise woman of understanding will draw it out of you. Come, drink from the fountain of wisdom, for my treasures are more valuable than rubies or gold. For I give long life, honor, and you receive favor from the Most High God. I've been waiting for you. Welcome to Wise Woman's Wisdom. I'm Judah Jackson, the host and content creator of this channel. And I thank everyone for their support, subscribing, and viewing. Please be sure to subscribe, because when you subscribe, it lets you know when I create the next video. And by the way, I meant to tell you a few messages ago. I am committing to posting once a week on Saturdays before 9 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. I'd like to do 2, but I'm in kind of a crisis situation and I may not be able to commit to 2, but I'm committing to once every Saturday to post. So today, well, before we start on the new message today, which is waiting on God, we're going to review from last week. And we talked about journaling and how this is a tool to excavate the debris that's buried your purpose, because it says the purpose of a man is deep waters, but a wise woman of understanding will help draw it out. And that's what I'm here to do, to help you draw out your purpose so you can take your mark in the world stage. But anyway, so the debris can come from brainwashing, from the media, people's expectations of who they want you to be, programming at school. All this begins to bury your purpose. And the word for purpose, remember, is plan, advice. It's not the original purpose for your life, but it means plan or advise or to counsel with. And that's found in the soul. We talked about that. The innermost mind, will, emotion, where you deliberate, where you think and process information. So it's in the soul realm where God communicates that, but it gets buried. So the benefits of journaling are basic 4. There's many, but one is it's therapeutic, to help you process your emotions. One of the things it does. And 2, personal development. It helps you identify patterns, behaviors, thoughts, strengths, weaknesses. As you read back and review your writing, sometimes it's really amazing when you read your own writing, what you write. And then 3rd is creativity. It begins to clear out the conscious and the subconscious so that those fresh creative ideas can come from the unconscious. And the final one, which is related to that, is it supports your spirituality, because God speaks and he comes through the unconscious mind, because it's a source outside of your consciousness. And so those are for the benefits. And the prompts that I shared with you last week, did anybody choose to write on the prompts? I hope you are choosing to journal, because it's a very important tool. But anyway, the prompt was God is. And the way I answered it, God is, I put a period. And automatically I began to get a revelation, because the phrase Exodus 3:14, I am that I am, I've never really got it. But after I put that point, I realized that that's it. God is. What else you going to say? And that's why he said, I am that I am. I can be anything, and whatever I am, you don't even have the magnitude of your brain to comprehend who I am. So I got that revelation that, God was saying, I'm just so majestic. You got to just put a point right there. And then the next prompt was talking about yourself, I am. And I realized when I journaled on that there's a significant piece missing in my life to my identity that makes a lot of things a mystery. There's a major piece missing. So that's how I benefited. Please share in the comments how you benefited if you answer those prompts. And so today the message is how to wait on God. And so Psalms 135 says, I wait for the Lord, my soul waits, and in his word I do hope. So if you listen, there's like a desperateness, there's an intensity. So let's look at some of the words in the original Hebrew. The word wait means to bind, to twist tightly. You're gripping to God. To wait for, strong, binding, twist, strength. So this is a desperation. You're clinging to God. And I'm realizing now that I'm at this place, and this is one of the most difficult points of being in the process of waiting on God. You have to be in a desperate situation to be able to wait on God. And so one example is the Red Sea. When the Hebrews were delivered out of Egypt, God had killed all the firstborn, including Pharaoh's son. They had gotten out and they were walking, and then God hardened Pharaoh's heart and he came after them. And he was coming after them to kill them. He wasn't coming after them just merely to bring them back. And so the Hebrew people, Pharaoh is closing in with his chariots fierce. Now this has been your oppressor for 400 years. You suffered. You know, I'm sure there was torture, there was mind control, so they were terrified of him. He's coming in from the rear. There's a mountain to the right, there's a mountain to the left, and there's the Red Sea in front of them. They are trapped. And all they can do is wait on the Lord. God has to come through and act. Nothing they can do. Oftentimes God gets you in a situation in order to wait. You're in a desperate situation. Nothing you have done has changed it. Nothing anybody else has done. You have to wait till God comes. I'm personally in that point that I haven't found a job. My bank account is zero. I've lost, my truck was repoed. Now I had to go to the mission. And nothing I've done, all these applications, they haven't hired me. So what am I going to do? I have to wait on God. Not that anything that I can't do, but nothing's going to change until he shows up. So you have to be in a desperate situation. Because I am romanticized, like, ooh, I often wish I was there when the Red Sea was parted. No, that was a terrifying situation. But we are going to see that there are benefits why God does this. And so Isaiah 40:31 says, but those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So let's look at some of those words in the Hebrew in Isaiah 40:31. First, the word renew. It means to slip, to glide, smooth, to cause to revive, to sprout forth, to produce new buds or leaves. So God is developing something. Something is growing. Something has grown from this experience. But I like that word smooth or glide, and you'll see other words how it all goes together for the benefits. And to mount up means to ascend, to arise, to go over, extend, to be high and lifted up. This is a promotion. This is an elevation, spiritual promotion. Man can't take you here. God is taking you here, but you got to go through that trapped situation. And the word wings, the root means to soar. I don't know if you've ever seen an eagle fly. Probably most of you have. You see birds, but when there's an eagle, you know they just glide. They're smooth. No other bird flies like an eagle. And so run means to bring or to move swiftly. You're going to be able to execute things swiftly. And cause to run away. Some people would be intimidated when you come to this level. And walk means to go, to come, to lead, and to carry. And you will not be, the word faint means fatigue. It won't be any heavy labor. It won't be any effort when God elevates you to this level. And the best example I can give, my childhood hero was Bruce Lee. The scene from Enter the Dragon when Bruce Lee fights the personal guard of Mr. Han, this Caucasian man with a slice across his face that had caused his sister to kill herself because they were going to try to rape her, gang rape her, and she just killed herself instead. So Bruce Lee fights him, and I mean, he whips him down, and didn't even break a sweat. So that's what I think of, when you ascend, you glide, you move swiftly, efficiently. You win the battle and you don't even break a sweat. And then, so to recap, waiting on the Lord, you won't be fatigued, you won't be heavy laden, but you have to hold fast, you have to twist and hold on to him, to expect his word, expect the information, the guidance from him. But what it does, it develops your trust in him when you wait on him, because nobody else, like that Red Sea, nobody got him out that situation but God. But you have to be in that situation to see that all other options are blocked out, and then you know it was only God that did it. So it takes your trust to another level. It takes your faith to another level. You don't depend on man anymore, because you see God did it and he was willing. He loved you enough to do it. And then also it gives you strength. So our prompt for this week, if you'd like to have a prompt, you don't have to, but I hope you've chosen a journal. The prompt is, my superpowers are, and then fill it in. So that could be your work gifts, you know, your talents at work. It could be your creative talents, your hobbies. If you're not sure, think about what people keep saying to you, like, oh, you're so funny, oh, you're so articulate, oh, you're a great cook. Write some of those out for your superpowers. And the quote I'm going to share with today, to close with today, is from Rudolf Steiner. Only a person who has passed through the gate of humility can ascend to the heights of the Spirit. So family, if this video has added value to your life, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And so, until we meet again, go with love.